Listen.
So impressive. That is World Wrestling Entertainment Hall of Famer, Toronto's very own Trish Stratus, celebrating her 25th anniversary as a professional wrestler at last year's Elimination Chamber in her hometown.
My body just hurts looking at these moves. Okay, Trish is also a fitness icon, actress, entrepreneur. Tonight, ahead of WWE SmackDown in Toronto, Trish will be hosting First Crush Live, an intimate conversation about her career. And this is happening at Second City. The event will also include a Trishtory museum. Evermore Trish joins us now. Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh my
you gotta
gosh.
like the dad jokes, right?
Oh, it's love it.
I got puns all day long.
Oh gosh, where's Jeff? That's
He's a fun master.
Oh,
okay.
he loves his dad jokes.
Okay.
Congrats on everything.
you.
And it's so well deserved. I mean, your legacy speaks for itself. I mean, the fact you changed the face of wrestling a quarter century ago, you changed it for women in wrestling. You got to be proud of that legacy.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that, like, yes, we did, but like, sometimes you have to take ownership. And
Yeah.
you know what I like to say? The girls of my generation, we like built a nice solid foundation, and the girls of today built this giant skyscraper. You know what I mean? So like they're doing things now that like we would have only dreamed of. And actually the great thing is I love that I got to go back and actually dip my toes into the current waters. And like, I know it sounds really crazy, but like to say I went back and had a cage match. We weren't allowed to have cage matches back then. There was no girls. No girls were, there was no way you'd have a cage match if you were a girl back in the day. So the fact that I got to go back and sort of just like, you know, be with the modern girls and like have a generational face off and do things that would have never been a possibility for us back in the day, very, very cool.
And I just can't believe your body contorts in such ways. Like I'm watching, I'm like my jaw is like on the floor because I'm just like, ow.
Well, I'll tell you, what's funny is I always get asked like, or you know, the up and coming wrestlers, you know, they're like, what is the one piece of advice you give? And you know, I would get really deep and say, you know, stay true to yourself, be authentic. The crowd will resonate with you. And then now I'm like, do yoga. That's my message. If you want to wrestle for a long time, do yoga. I'm telling you, that is the message.
Okay, I'm going to listen to that. You know, right off the top, of course, we talked about all your incredible career as a wrestler, but then fitness icon, actress, entrepreneur. How did you transition from the ring to these other projects and then do them so well?
I don't know. You know, I mean, I'm kind of an all or nothing gal. I'm like, if I'm in it, I'm in it. I also feel like there's a thing about like, you know, so my motto in life is preparedness meets opportunity. Okay. And I was taught that very early on when fitness modeling was like a very new industry. It hadn't really broken out yet. And I just kind of came on the cusp of it. And then I, you know, saw the opportunity, I guess, to become this new thing because it used to be sort of like men's bodybuilding, women's bodybuilding, but there was a missing little gap there. So, and the same with wrestling, right? It was like, I think we as women, we were given a spot, but we were like, we knew we could do more. And it was just about fighting for your space and finding your voice. And I got lucky that the people around us supported us and, you know, gave us those chances to actually get out there and okay, let's give them a shot and things like that, you know? So, I mean, yeah, I think it's like a matter of like preparedness meets opportunity. So if I got an acting opportunity because of, say, my wrestling, but like, let's approach it as a serious actor and take the coaching and things like that. So it's helped.
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
I also don't sleep much.
It's fine. That's the key right there. Yoga and no sleep.
Meditation, though.
So tonight you'll be hosting an event called First Crush Live, where you will be sharing some behind-the-scenes stories. Now, for many wrestling fans, you were their first crush.
It's like,
you know that, right?
It's so cute. I would get it all the time. People are like, oh, you're my first crush. And then last year I was on SmackDown and I was like, I'm going to be a little cheeky. And I was like, your first crush. I made a statement and it went viral. Like people were like, yeah, you know, you were for real, my first crush. So we went with it. So we did the First Crush tour. And like, so I go and I meet all my fans. And so the First Crush Live, it's just really special because Toronto is home and I hadn't been here in a while. And, you know, my fans would be like, you're doing your tour, but we don't see you in Toronto. So the fact that I could come here home and like present this to them and just have this intimate moment with my fans and like bring the Trishtory Museum, it's really special. I feel blessed.
Okay, so we got to talk about this memorabilia here because you're going to show this at the event, but you're exclusively showing us this morning. Let's talk about the costumes. Costumes.
I know, like, come on.
Yeah. So Canadian, love it.
It is. It was like the opportunity to be like, okay, so like 25 years, we're celebrating the legacy, but to be here in Toronto and at the, I want to say Sky Dome, but That's because we're old school, right? So I was able to celebrate the legacy. I have like, these are some of my logos that I wore over the years, and it was just like, you know, the Toronto colors, the blue and the white. It was really special. And then it was a look that really stuck because everyone kept their merchandise.
How can they not?
I mean,
and then we got a couple belts.
Yes. Well, this is my baby here, the Women's Championship. We fought very hard to, you know, just to make her prominent and make the division itself be a viable part of the show entirely. And then this was very special. So it's kind of weird when I'm like, oh yeah, when you said quarter of the century, I'm like, that's a long time. That's a long time. But I'm proud of it. Like, I'm proud of every single year and all the progress we've made. And so I look back at what the women, and so this is, you know, WWE came to me and they wanted, it was Fanatics actually, and they created this belt. They came to me, I helped design it. And, you know, there's like if you look in the back, there's a little subtle Canadian-ness to it, you know,
gorgeous.
just because it is who I am. You know, people know me as like the Canadian gal.
Yeah.
So it's very special. Yeah.
All right. Well, Trish Stratus, First Crush question and answer live event takes place today at Second City, Toronto, and that's where you can also catch her Trishtory Museum ahead of WWE SmackDown. That's all taking place tonight. Ticket information is on your screen. Trish, always a pleasure.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.